Okay guys, so we're back with episode 11 of Love Island UK, so let's get right into it. Basically, the episode started off with Sharon thinking that what Aaron told her was a couple because he just had a good date with Lucinda or Millie or which whatever she thinks it is, but little does she know he's been feeling like this. Then the girls were kind of talking and Lucinda was really bragging about Brad, and Faye got up and Rachel got up as well, and I mean, I get it. When she was describing what he was telling her, it's been things that they've heard, and to be very honest, Brad is very manipulative. He ended up talking to Rachel about the dates and how he felt about Lucinda, and Rachel, she has a pure heart in terms of she's happy for them, but she's still hurt at the end of the day. But I find Brad is very manipulative. He will just say what he have to say, and the fact that he watched Rachel in the face and was like, the feeling I got watching Lucinda, I haven't felt in here. Well, that was a slap in her face because you told her just last week that that's the feeling that you never got in here neither. And he said he haven't gotten it outside as well. So basically the rest of the night was kind of, I don't want to say salty, but the vibe was off in the villa. So the next morning they all woke up and Lucinda and Millie went on the upstairs part and talk. And to be very honest, I think that's what's wrong with this season of, or however the UK Love Island does it, because that conversation went on for too long. What is the point of this conversation? Just basically them talking about the POA, plan of action. Like, there was no real relevance to their story being that long, because that went on like for a good bit. Anyways, to be honest, Rachel's been crying since day one, and I mean, sis, she really needs to organize. Like, you can't be crying so much, so nothing really happened in the why you really crying? Like, I know it's not for Brad. We know it's not for Brad. You cannot be crying for Brad. It's been like a day. And I feel like you're stronger than that and you're way older than that, so I feel like you shouldn't be crying this much. Also, Chloe talking about she's interested in Toby, which is a main plot of this episode. But basically everybody type this change every day because that's all everybody's saying. Like, they type switch from day one. Everybody type just keep switching. So I mean, stop talking about types, because again, do you even know, sis? Anyway, so Chloe basically said that Toby's a type, and she went and talked to Toby. Now this kind of irritated me because she was all up on the Toby all day, and you could see that maybe it was not intentional, but sis came across like she was doing it for spite, laughing very loud, and literally the conversation was right there, KAZ right there, like like really, he ain't that funny. And obviously Faye is in the midst of it. Even though Faye is salty, I actually still like her though. Like, Faye is still my girl. Like, Faye, she's a firecracker, and I like that. Like, she in here for your crap, and she will call you out, plain and simple. So Faye in the midst of it, obviously egging on KAZ and her feelings towards whatever, and yeah, had a game. The game was basically the hot, do the little striptease thingy for the guys or whatever. I forgot what it was called, but it had to do with police clothes and pulling some guy and whatever. Basically, Chloe took the opportunity to go for Toby. I mean, by the way, KAZ won that whole game because she was literally only one sexy, and well, Rachel was awkward. From the moment she slid on that slide and went head first into that railings, like, everything was awkward with Rachel. Like, I like her, but she was awkward. Like, she pulling Brad and her head kind of out, and she walking and it's like, sis, we trying to be sexy here. Like, you do know they're going to put you in slow motion, right? So she was looking kind of off throughout that whole thing. Like, nothing she did was sexy. Everything was just aggressive and very awkward. Anyways, so she took the opportunity to go for Toby. Honestly, I was studying Hugo for that whole game because I know that was going to happen. The two new girls not going to pick Hugo because they're trying to get the new guys, well, the guys that they're actually interested in. And well, Chloe not really into Hugo, but at least somebody should have picked my boy. That was humiliating, and that was so bad. I felt so bad for him. Like, he didn't even get to participate in the game. He was just standing up there in the corner, and it sucks because good guys win last, and that sucks to see because all the girls are saying that Hugo is amazing, but why nobody's going with him? Well, because he's too nice? Like, come on girls, come on. Hugo have a bad side, as we could have clearly seen in one of the games that we play, and his baggage came out, and I was very surprised with it. I think it's the first episode self. Anyways, I felt bad for him. Also, Chloe hair extensions was showing too much in her hairstyle, and I'm like, sis, the camera is literally like close to your head, and you're seeing the little, I don't know what it's called, I don't know if it's clip-ins or the little small pieces of the hair that you put in throughout the whole hair. Like, you were seeing it. So I remember when Chloe came in the house, she was an issue for me. Like, I remember my first review, I think I said, I'm not feeling Chloe too much. Like, she probably, you know, like the drama and whatever. And then she grew on me in the episodes because she seemed nice or whatever. But I felt like the other Chloe came back to play today. After that game, I was kind of like, you know. But again, she has a point. You can't have girl code in a situation like this when there's short amount of time. She trying to save herself because she know boys elimination coming up, let's be real here, and she and Hugo ain't it. But I feel like she and Hugo should have had a understanding, like, okay, you're not messing with anybody, I'm not messing with anybody, let's just keep coupling up with each other and making it until we actually find somebody. It's as simple as that. But she's saving herself, I guess this week, because the girls elimination is coming up soon. So at this point, the house kind of split up into, when it comes to the girls, it have the 3 white girls and then the originals who came in from the jump. The 3 white girls meaning Millie, Chloe, and Lucinda, and then you have the others on that side who obviously would have each other back because they're with each other since day one. So those the house basically split. I didn't like Hugo little advice that he was telling Toby, like, you don't see it working outside with him and KAZ. Explain, please, Hugo. Please, like, I still like you, but explain, please, like, in depth, like, why wouldn't it work? Like, what is KAZ doing wrong? Because it's not KAZ, it's Toby. And on that note, the advice that these guys give Toby was the absolute worst. How could you literally, like, basically you telling him that relationships only make sense if you want to have sex with her, or if it is you're sexually attracted to her. Like, that was your advice you give to Toby, somebody who never been in a relationship before. So that's what he's going to base relationships on. If it is, I don't want to jam you, I am not going to be with you. Make that make sense. Like, he and KAZ have an actual relationship. They've talked. Yes, you now started to talk to Chloe, but you didn't have to just jump to conclusions and be like, yeah, this is not going to work out. Oh, absolutely not going to work out. Like, really, these guys' advice, that threw me off real bad, and I really didn't like that at all, because it didn't make any sense. If it is you're not feeling anything, and literally all of them was like, watch KAZ, do you feel to, like, rip off her clothes? And then watch Chloe, do you feel like you want to rip off her, like, really? Like, that's your advice? Come on, no. So basically, after that conversation, obviously they put doubts into my mind, because you're talking to your bros, you know, you would take their word for it. And I mean, they have experience, they've been in relationships, I have never been. So he take that and run with it. So Chloe and KAZ had a conversation after, and whatever about the game. Then Chloe went and talked to her little girls and them, and was basically wanting to start drama by saying, should I go and tell Toby about our conversation? No, I appreciate Rachel for standing up and leaving and saying that not necessary. That really not necessary. She went across, and boy, oh boy, she went across and sat next to FAYE. Queen drama. And I love it. I love every minute of it. She went and sit next to FAYE, and Chloe immediately was spying on the conversation because she knows she went across there and talk about her. FAYE went in. Sis didn't even hold back. FAYE went in and was like, you carry on with your conversations. Like, don't jump in mine. Don't look over here. When we're in this villa, everybody talks about everybody. So if you hear your name, don't act surprised. Like, don't just, you know. FAYE went ham. And I was enjoying every minute of it. Anyways, so that drama went on. Toby and KAZ finally have a sit down. He beat around the bush to basically say he want to get to know Chloe. Literally 2 seconds after, went upstairs and kissed Chloe. Men. Wow. Not even a good bit pass. And he was like, she took it too well. What you expect KAZ to do? Do you want her to cry on your lap? What going on? Because I feel like sis did enough. Like, she's been moving slow because of your fear of not knowing how a relationship's supposed to be. she's giving you a lot, and then what you really, I don't know. So that's basically how the episode ended. He ended things with KAZ, and KAZ was like, I'm the newly single person in this house, let's go. Who coming in next? So we will see if KAZ end up with somebody, because right now she looking like things ain't looking good. She and Rachel, the two black people in the hot seat. They're doing them dirty. The promo for tomorrow, somebody new coming in, which I really hope his name is not Teddy, you know. I really hope so. But he say his name is Teddy. I hope it's not really Teddy, you know, because we will talk about that tomorrow. But that's basically the episode tonight, guys. It was entertaining, I must admit. It actually had me interested. I was very invested in this episode, kind of like really interested in it. And yeah, so that's basically it for this episode. Let me know down below what you think about this episode, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another episode. Don't forget to stay tuned for the Love Island US review coming up a bit later. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.